Good afternoon, third grade. This is Miss Scarville, and I'm here today to teach you social studies. Our social studies standard. We will compare the human and physical characteristic of places. Our learning goal. Scholars will be able to identify the physical features of places in and out of their community. Before we begin, let's take a look at the vocabulary. We have climate, landforms, natural resources, natural hazards. Climate is the weather at a particular place over a period of years. For example, the climate could be cold, hot, wet, snowy, sunny, humid. Landform. Landforms are features on Earth's surface. For example, plains, mountains, desert, hills, and canyons are all examples of landforms. Natural resources are items provided by nature from which people produce goods and provide services. Natural hazards is a process or event in the physical environment not caused by humans and not predictable, but which can destroy human life and property. Let's take a look at landform and climate. Landforms could be plains, mountain, deserts, hills, canyons, valleys, peninsula. These are some examples of landforms. Climate. Climate could be hot and dry. Climate could be warm and humid. Climate could be cool and dry, even cold and dry. Natural resources are things like air, land, water, fossil fuels, wind, vegetation, soil, rocks, and minerals. Natural hazards are things like tornadoes, hurricanes, flooding, wildfire, earthquake, tsunami, and landslides. But before we begin, let's review what is a community. A community is a place where we live and the environment that we interact with every day. We know that there are different types of communities. For example, Durham County is a community. Another one is Raleigh, and our school is a community. So when we are talking about physical features or physical characteristics, we are looking at the physical features in our community. Physical features are found in nature. Some physical features of a place are the weather, plant life, land, and water. Each place on Earth is unique, consisting of specific physical and human-made characteristics that set it apart from other places. Here are some examples of physical features of the Earth. You have valleys, you have mountains, you have canyons, and volcanoes. Human-made features are the features that people have created. Some human-made features include buildings, houses, bridges, and roads. Human-made features may include bridges, tall skyscrapers, the road, and even apartment buildings. Let's take a look at the United States physical features?
The United States has a large variety of physical features, everything from deserts like the Death Valley to jungle-like forests like the Everglades. There are mountains, plains, rivers, deserts, and forests. Some of the mountain ranges found in the United States are the Rocky Mountains that run from New Mexico to Canada, the Appalachian Mountains that stretch from Alabama and into Canada, and the Alaska Mountains. And there are even active volcanoes in Hawaii, Alaska, and Washington State. There are long rivers like the Mississippi River, the Rio Grande, and the Colorado River. And of course, there are huge lakes like the Great Lakes in the north near Canada and the Great Salt Lake by the Rocky Mountains in Utah. There are forests great for hiking and camping like Yellowstone, the Smoky Mountains, and the Redwood Forests, and vast flatland called the Great Plains in the center of the United States. Because of all the unique physical features in the United States, there is so much to do and see. You can have a day at the beach, ski down a mountain snow slope, go fishing in a river, or hike in a forest. Our physical features provide us with great recreation.
So, what is a physical feature in a community? Physical features in a community is landform or body of water that has not been changed by people in the community. Examples could be lakes, ponds, mountains, and other part of nature are physical features. What is a human-made feature of a community? Human-made features in a community are modifications or changes that people have made to the land, such as buildings, bridges, railroad tracks, and monuments are all human-made features. Your assignment for this lesson, scholars, is to complete the Google form. The Google form will have 2 questions. What are some physical and human-made features in your community? And why is your community located in its particular place? You will submit your Google form on Canvas. Have a great day, scholars.